Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today?
How is everyone today?
I got my playback on.
How is everyone today?
Hope you're all well on this sensational Sunday. Hope you are all safe and hydrated, and I hope you're also nourished. And I say that, and I mean that from the heart because well, a lot of people are in not great situations, and that's why I start with that. But a couple things I want to talk about. First and foremost, I'm thankful that I opened my eyes, and we should all be thankful every day when we open up our eyes because a lot of people did not. A lot of people have not opened up their eyes, and it's it's important to be humble every day, and it's important to be thankful every day. Um, I'm thankful that I have all this hair. Um, I have to do something with it. So let's see, what can I do with it for the time being? Put on my tam. Put my little thing on to cover up my messy hair. Cover up my messy hair. Um, but a couple of things I want to talk about. Um, Today, well, actually yesterday, when I went and visited my brother. He's over in Highland, which is right over the Mid Hudson Bridge, uh, where I live. I'm in New York State, and well, gas yesterday was. You ready for this? Gas was $3.95. Um, yeah, so gas has come down. It's actually less over in Ulster County, well, where I was, than than it is here in Dutchess County. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes the gas has been higher here in Dutchess than it is in Ulster. But yeah, so that was a good thing. So yesterday, my car is 18 gallons, and actually, no, is it 18 or 20? I think it's 18 gallons. Um, So for 17.43 gallons, it was $69.02. Um, Now, uh, yeah, right now we have this ongoing debacle that's happening that's affecting our pricing. So uh, that's what's happening. Seeing these little things float up and down here, or unless that's my eye. Uh, like I say to people, stock up on what you need. Stock up on what you need because this world, everything right now is so unpredictable, and it seems that, let's put it this way, the messages that we're hearing from these corporate-owned media outlets, they're not accurate. I would suggest to people and strongly recommend watching independent news reporters. Watch independent news channels because you'll get the truth opposed to delusions, because this is what they want. Um, because when people speak about the truth, well, then you get like on here, like they like to try to show, like slow down my channel and my algorithms because they don't like when people speak upon the truth. So that's what things are. But watch independent reporters, and you'll get accurate reporting, because the corporate media is paid by corporations, and they like to sanitize, they like to whitewash everything, to have people believe the delusions. The delusions cause confusion and contusions to the brain. I mean, that's the simplest way to put it. Um, you know, an uninformed individual will make a bad choice, whereas an informed individual will use critical thinking to make a choice that will be beneficial to everyone, not just a select few, because that's what we have going on. This distorted reality we have, this construct of a reality that has been created. And speaking of construct of realities, like with in our society, everything is so fake. You see women that like they have their mouths blown up that they look like they got like hot dog lips, and they look like uh, they just look so odd and bizarre. It's like nothing's real. Nothing is real. And it's a distorted perception of who you are as an individual. So I rather live in the real world. I prefer living in the real world than a delusional world. Not to speak on women's looks, but listen, a lot of these people, they look fake as shit. They look fake. Their faces look like that they're inhaling helium, and they blow up their mouths to look like like hot dogs. Like, give me a freaking break. No, you don't. That's not natural. That's not natural. Years ago, I had gotten fillers, and I look like my face had helium in it, and I was so glad and thankful that went away. I mean, I have high cheekbones naturally. I have no makeup on right now, nothing at all. But I look like I look like I had helium. I look like I had helium in my face, and it was so. Ugh, I was like, oh my god. But then that faded, you know. So, but it's society. You have like look at these reality TV shows. You look at these people that their natural state. They were beautiful in their natural state, but they went ahead and they've done all these things to distort their appearance for what? For what? To look like somebody you're not? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's just phony. It's just such a phony society. It's a distorted reality that we're living in. A distorted reality, and it just makes people look, you just look so odd. You look so freaking odd. And I'll say this to all the women, you can get 25 facelifts. You're not going to reduce the wrinkles in your neck. Actually, my neck looks pretty freaking good. Well, that's because I take care of my skin. But, you know, even that threading, like I saw somebody doing, oh my God, you're doing that for what? Your skin is still going to look old. You can, like I said, you can have 25 facelifts, and you're not, well, it's not going to change. It's not going to change, You can get all the collagen injections in your hands to fill up the wrinkles in the hands, but that doesn't last forever, You're not going to turn back the clock. You're not going to turn back the clock, So just live in your authentic self. That's the best thing I could say. Live in your authentic self, and, but that's society, like people will look at people on social media, or like I don't even think magazines are still like print is even, not even anything that's happening anymore. But it's like, what? Ooh, ooh. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you want to do a little tweak here or there, but when you go overboard, and then you look like a clown. You look like a freaking clown, you know. But this is what society wants. This is what society wants. They want people to look distorted. They want people to look fake, and for what? to try to look 25 years younger, it ain't gonna happen, hon. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So the best thing I could suggest, drink a lot of water. Don't be out in the sun. Don't inhale the sun like it's your oxygen. Yes, we need the sun. We need vitamin D. But when you're laying out in the sun, and then your skin starts to char, you know? Yes, exactly, exactly. Um, Speaking on that, your skin starts to char. You can get all the laser, you can get all the treatments you want. You're still gonna look your age. You're still gonna look your age. So I mean, what are you trying to do? You're basically just you're pumping money into a an aesthetic place, or for a plastic surgeon for them to buy a bigger house. Take that money and invest it in your future. Take that money, if you have grandchildren, invest that money into your grandchildren's future. And keep that money on the side. Keep it on the side, because none of that's going to matter. None of that's going to matter. And well, if people thought like me, well, we wouldn't have such a friggin' distorted dystopian world that we're living in. And well, that's how I feel about that. Like somebody just said, share Madonna. Yeah, I saw a video of Madonna. I'm 66. She's what? A year older than me? 67? I'm sorry. When you get to a certain age, no, no. The mini skirts and all that, no, no, no. Pass the torch. Pass the torch. You know what I mean? She was on performing somewhere with her hoo-ha out. It's like, what? You're not 25. You're not 30 years old no more. You know what I mean? But it's society. They wanna you know. It's a sick world, very sick world, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy, and it's not healthy for younger generations. Because then I've heard stories where 12-year-olds are getting lip filler. 12-year-olds. For what? For what? For them to look distorted? What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. People have lost their minds. Another thing too is the lampshades on the eyes, ladies. The lampshades that you're wearing on your eyes. Do you know what that glue does to your body? It disrupts your endocrine system. It disrupts your endocrine system. So when you're applying all that fake crap to your eyes, your eyelids, and then you start to have all kinds of health ailments, make the connection. Make the connection. Yeah, I mean, we all want to groom ourselves. We all want to, feel good when we're out, and even if you're home or whatever. But when you look like a clown, you look like a clown. I mean, there's no other way to put it. So, I don't know. I was never hung up on all that. I mean, I'm just, I'm a natural. I'm who I am, and I'm authentic. And the fakery is not. It's not. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. But for some people, I mean, look, they wanna, they wanna look. They wanna try to look 20 years younger. But it's a delusion because the clock does not go back. It's not like you have a wind-up clock and you can say, okay, well, let's reset the timer. That's not life. That's not life. Life happens rapidly, time goes quickly, and embrace yourself. Embrace who you are. Embrace who you are so you don't have to be a miserable individual, you know, and trying to be someone that you were 25 years ago on an aesthetic look. You know what I mean? And the same thing with those lip fillers. Like, you see women that they get those fillers all the time, and then when they don't have them no more, their lips start to just, they get like a necrotic meaning like the lips will start to, you get dead tissue and all. I mean, is it worth it? Is your health and well-being in the long run worth you looking like somebody on a social media that has had work all over? It's not. It's really, really not. But they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Because how this system is set up, it's set up where these pharmaceutical companies, they're going to make the money, and then later on, when you have all these ailments and these conditions from all these procedures that you've done, then again, who's making the money? It'll be a pharmaceutical company. It'll be insurance companies. Well, aesthetics are not covered under insurance unless you have a plan that, I'm sure they have plans now that are, you pay $10,000 a month and you can have $500,000 worth of cosmetic surgery. I'm sure they have those plans, but it's a fake world. It's a fake, distorted world that we live in, and like nothing's real. What's real? Death and taxes. That's what's real. You know what I mean? Death and taxes. So just be content with who you are. Be content with who you are. Like, I see like these reality shows. Like I said, I don't watch them. I get the updates from content creators, and like most of these families, that like they put themselves out there to be fodder for content creators, and you have some that are respectful and mindful, and you have others that are just vile and nasty, and they spew all negativity because that's how their brains work, or they use it for a platform to garner more views. But like, these people have sold themselves. They sold their soul to the devil for money, and is it worth it? Is it worth having your family and your life like exposed, where people are going to pick everything apart about you? No, to me it's not. But listen, like I said in another video like I made yesterday, if you're offered $500,000, but with that $500,000 they tell you that the money that you're going to receive will be damaging and harmful to you and to other people. But just think about that money that you're going to get and how much you'll be able to profit off that money. It's like the devil has no soul. The devil has no soul, and there's zero integrity with the devil. So it's just, what would you rather do? For me, I'd say, you know what? Take your money, stick it where the sun don't shine, and I'll hold on to my integrity. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. That's 1,000%. 1,000%. Like I said, I could have shared my story. This one company, they would have had the rights for 70 years. 70 years. So you know what? I said, no, thank you, and you have a wonderful day. And upon further research, well, this one company, finding out who their funding sources are aligned with, and I'm glad I did not do that. I'm so glad I did not do that, because, nope, I don't want to sell my soul. I'm not going to sell my soul. Not at all. Not at all, you know. So, but in other breaking news, for any retirees in New York City, New York State, we're going to be getting a COLA increase. We're going to be getting a COLA increase, and I'll tell you exactly what the COLA increase will be. COLA increase 2026. I think it's 1.7%. Okay, it starts September 1st. We get a COLA increase. And that amount is going to be, let's see. What did they say? What did they say? How much is? Oh, the COLA increases for anyone who's been retired for more than 5 years. Then you get every year. Sometimes it's only 1%. Sometimes it's 2%. I'll tell you exactly what it's going to be. Let's see. The COLA. Okay, 1.2%. So 1.2% of whatever your monthly pension allotment is. So just some information. See, now when I was working for the city, people I grew up with, I grew up with a lot of Karens and a lot of racists. Quite a few of them had said, oh, you work with all those and hard R's. No clue. And I have to say, for those people that have made commentary like that, now the only thing that they have, because they thought they were big shits, big shots, they worked whatever in, say, whatever job they had, maybe finance. When everything bellied up, guess what? Any of their IRA, their 457s, or their retirement, their IRAs, they lost it all. So, my motto is, I'd rather be a turtle than be the rabbit who gets there faster, as far as the monetary value, because the rabbit that gets there faster is going to lose everything faster. Remember that. So if you're conscious about your actions and about what you're going to do for the future, you set yourself up a lot better. You understand? You set yourself up a lot better. And, I'm glad I did that. I'm very, very glad that I did that. Because like I said, these people, they have their Social Security, and they may have a little menial amount coming in from a pension. Think you're a big shot, you think you're a big shit, you think like, like the money you make now is not going to be the money you're going to make tomorrow. That's what I tell people. It's like years ago when I used to work in food service as a server, I could remember like certain nights walking out, like making $500 a night, and then another night making like 40 or 50, so it's getting that mindset. It's about being aware and being conscious, and now in today's economy, well, it makes a difference. It certainly makes a difference, because that fast money, as fast as it comes, people, is going to be as fast as it goes. Because what I see, what happens is when people, they have an abundance of resources that fall into their lap, or whatever it comes to them, as soon as they get it, it's gone. They're spending it. Not thinking to say, well, hold on one second. Like, I know people, like, family, extended family, their first house, like a super expensive house, and now the economy has basically flip-flopped, so when they were buying this outrageously expensive home instead of having the foresight to say, well, let me buy something a little less expensive so I have that cushion. I have that cushion for another, 10 or 15 years. No, they went nosedive first. No, head first, not even thinking, not even thinking. So, they say stay in your lane, stay in your financial lane. Live in the real world. Don't live above your means, because when you live above your means, later on in life you'll be screaming. You'll be screaming to try to manage and to make ends meet. And I see it all the time. I see it all the frickin' time. Like the car that I have a 10-year-old truck, a 10-year-old truck. Could I buy it now? Could I go and buy a new car? Yes, I can. Absolutely. Do I want to put myself where I got to go spend $700 or $800 a month for a car note? Hell to the no. For what? To drive a new car? But I don't gotta impress anybody. I don't gotta impress nobody. The only person I have to impress is myself, you know. And well, if people live like that, they'd have more humility. They'd have more humility, and they'd be more consciously aware instead of trying to outdo everybody, you know. And well, this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. But other than that, hope everybody has a great Sunday. I have a bunch of stuff to do, as always, and do what I could do. Take care of my doggies and take care of the casa, mi casa. A lot going on here. Never ending. I painted a bureau, and what I did, I used a latex paint over another latex paint, and well, the furniture was sticky for because latex on latex doesn't work. A flat and then a latex over it, it'll work. But well, now I know. I should have known better because I am a science geek and I know chemistry. But I saw the colors and I was like, okay, I'll work with this. And well, that didn't happen. It just did not happen. So that's that. But anyway, everybody, stay safe, stay well, be kind to others, be mindful, be mindful. Don't be so vicious and nasty. You know what? Because when you're vicious and nasty, it's a reflection on you and your inner being. You know? We all have that tendency. We all have a tendency to be not nice people, especially when other people get under our skin. You know what? But for those people that are not nice to others, there's a thing called the chicken foot, and the chicken foot is when it's an amulet to protect yourself from people that try to do harm to others, and yeah, that's what the chicken foot is. That's what the chicken foot is. I put that on my page. Yep. So when you have rotten people around you and they try to do stuff to be rotten to you, understand that it comes back at you. It hits you like a bag of shit. And you're like, oh no, what happened? Well, try and be cute with other people and watch it happen. Watch it happen. It's just how it works out. My dogs agree also. They're conferring. They're like, yes, mom, you're right, you're right. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Stay safe and well, and stay hydrated, and do the right thing, because we're all being watched. Till next time. Bye.